How do you use progressive overload correctly on a high-intensity training program? In this video, I wanted to go through this and explain very quickly and also in a very simple way, because it really is very simple, how to correctly apply progressive overload on a high-intensity training program. And by the way, the concept still applies even if you're not doing high-intensity training. But before I get into that, let me just really quickly introduce myself. Hello everyone, my name is Alphonse. As you obviously can see, I'm far from the biggest guy giving fitness advice on YouTube, but I'm an absolute super mega nerd when it comes to everything about exercise, and I've been completely obsessed with learning as much as I possibly can about it ever since I was 14 years old. And so if you're humble enough to listen to someone like me, who isn't absolutely huge and who might even be smaller than you who's watching this right now, then I could definitely teach you some stuff and help you to make some better progress. But anyways, first of all, I just want to really quickly go through a couple of common ways that people apply progressive overload wrong. Progressive overload is not arbitrarily adding, some amount of weight every workout, or arbitrarily adding some amount of weight over some predetermined period of time to give the muscles more of a challenge. You don't just add weight because it's a new workout, or add weight because you've been training for, 1 or 2 weeks or whatever, and now it's time to add weight. The way you properly apply progressive overload on a HIIT program, but again, the concept of at least when you add the weight still applies even if you're not doing HIIT, is that first of all, just to get like our bases straight, is that we are using, of course, if you've been watching my videos before, you know that we're going to be using a rep range together with a rep cadence that lands us within a time under load of about 60 to 90 seconds, because 60 to 90 seconds is the time under load range that seems to work the best for most people. And the reason I'm mentioning time under load and not just talking about the number of reps we want to do in a set is because the time under load, or the effort over time, you could also say, is what actually matters. It is what we actually care about, not the number of reps performed in a set. And if you don't understand why the time is what actually matters the most, you're going to need to watch this video, which I'm going to link down in the description. In there I explain everything about why the time under load is what we actually care about and not the number of reps performed. But anyways, moving on. So when you're eventually able to reach or exceed the upper limit of your target rep range, which of course is also going to mean that you're going to be able to reach or exceed, or have reached or exceeded, the upper limit of your target time under load range, that is when you add a little bit of weight. And so we're not just adding weight on a whim, we are only adding weight when it is necessary so that we can stay within our target time under load range, or our target rep range. And we want to do this because if we keep getting stronger without increasing the weight, eventually, because the resistance will have become so low relative to our strength, we are going to be performing sets that are going to be lasting, anywhere from 3, 5, 6, 10 minutes or even longer before we reach momentary muscle failure, if we even reach failure at all at that point. And this we do not want, because if the sets become that long, because the resistance has become so low relative to our strength, we are just going to be going back and forth between and re-recruiting the same slow twitch motor units over and over again, which is what happens during steady state activity, by the way, things like jogging, and we are never really going to get to and be able to recruit, fatigue, and stimulate those fast twitch motor units, which are the ones that we really want to stimulate, because those are the ones that grow the most. Plus, our workouts will just become very, very long, which is completely unnecessary because we don't need to be performing sets that are that long. And so that is it, guys. That is how you apply progressive overload on a high intensity training program. And like I said, it's really, really simple. But with that, I really don't have much more to say for this video, except for don't forget to join my free Telegram channel, which I'm going to link down in the description. In there, I have probably over 100 voice notes already with, just talking about fitness stuff. And in there, you can also ask me questions and I'll give you direct answers in the form of a voice voice note or a video or some kind of post. And so if that sounds interesting to you, then make sure to join that. But with that being said, if you found this video at least a little bit useful, then please don't forget to at least like this video. And if you want to see more videos like this from me in the future with more useful fitness tips, then also don't forget to click that subscribe and ring that notification bell so you can be notified the next time I upload. With that being said, like always, I will see you guys in the next video next time. Peace.